Do you ever wonder why you should be giving back to others in recovery?
Well, in this episode, we're going to be talking about the power of paying it forward in recovery. Well, it's July 30th, and it's time for another double shot from My Sober Truth, giving back. I think we're on a roll here. We've been talking about giving, and specifically today, we're going to talk about paying it forward, and taking it from the aspect of just giving back out of the abundance we've been blessed with in our recovery journey. And so here's the question I'd like to ask you today, and it's this, is how has this whole concept of paying it forward helped you in your journey?
Well, I started off paying it forward by doing those little things that we all are instructed to do when we kind of get into the fellowship. Make coffee, greet others, put the chairs out, pull the chairs back. I hear from a lot of the old timers before I was around, when their smoking used to be permitted in the rooms. The first job you give somebody new is emptying those ashtrays.
Right.
But those little tasks like that make you feel useful. And, so that is kind of how it starts. And then I started sharing. I started having something to share. At first, I was sharing about my problems all the time, because that was all I had was problems.
Right.
Then I started experience strength and hope.
Right.
And I had some of that to share. And
when you did that, what did it do for you internally when you started to share from that?
For me, when I vocalized, when I got this stuff out, we talk a lot about a problem shared is a problem halved.
Right.
We talk about that a lot. Well, I think kind of the flip side of that is a problem or a benefit or an experience or a strength or a hope shared. Maybe that's doubled.
That's a good point.
It's definitely an experience or a strength or a hope shared is definitely given out exponentially. Right. It comes back to me exponentially. So,
but I think that's the benefit of a testimony. Whether we're talking in Christian circles, sales circles. We buy stuff.
Right.
What do we have reviews for? We buy stuff based on the experience of others and their experience with it. So we go to recovery or walking out this journey. There's something that happens to us internally when we pay it forward.
Right.
And I like your analogy that the triumph shared, the win shared is doubled. It's a good way to look at it.
Right. Then there's also this aspect. You're talking about giving back and what I receive when I give back and share my stories. So there's also this aspect, and especially early on, this was really important for me. So I had these issues and stories and problems to talk about. And when I shared them in a group, if I had shared this stuff with an average person, I feel like I would have gotten looked at like I was crazy, because I was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of crazy going on when I started. So I shared this stuff in a meeting, and instead of feeling like I was being judged, I'm looking around the room and seeing people go, yep, done that. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Been there, done that.
Exactly.
Had that happen to me before. And all of a sudden, that brings this comfort of sharing in. So I had to start sharing in order to see that happening. And as I started to see that happening, I got more comfortable sharing.
Gotcha.
So the more comfortable I got sharing, the more I wanted to share. And then, you talk about what you get back out of these things. Next thing you know, people are coming up to you going, hey man, I really appreciate your share. That really touched me. That really hit home with me. I understand that. And everything that I share is not going to touch everyone.
Right.
But it's going to touch somebody. There might only be one person in the room that needs to hear that. And it's my job to share that so that person hears it.
When you think about it, you share the story of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And in that setting, they're not validating the bad and the ugly, but they're validating you as a person.
Right.
And then you, all of a sudden, it's an ultimate story of redemption if you think about it, because here's this black chapter in my life.
Right.
But me sharing this story is now a way to bring hope and healing to others.
Right.
And it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up, I'm going to pose the same question to our viewers today because I want to get their take on it. So guys, tell me this, how has paying it forward to others in your fellowship helps you in your own journey. Take a few minutes. We want to hear your story. And who knows, your answer is probably going to help somebody else today. And on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
Hey, and I'm Sean. And here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success. Love y'all. Hi, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're ready for another round of My Sober Truth, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the daily inspiration, encouragement, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and growing in every area of your life. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around, watch another video. Love y'all.